Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi sidesteps Tokyo's most explosive war memorial, sparking a split government response as cabinet ministers pay their respects. With fierce diplomatic pushback from Beijing and a delicate regional balancing act underway, we break down why a single shrine visit remains the ultimate political landmine in Asian geopolitics right now. Hello and welcome back to NewsX World Explained with me, Ruby Barlow. Today we're looking at a highly sensitive diplomatic balancing act in Tokyo, as Japan marks the 81st anniversary of its surrender in World War II. The spotlight is on the Yasukuni Shrine and why Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi decided to skip it this year. Why is a single shrine visit capable of triggering international tension? Let's dive into the details. Yasukuni Shrine is a Shinto site dedicated to the more than 2.4 million people who died in Japan's wars. But it is profoundly controversial because it also honours 14 convicted Japanese Class A war criminals from the Second World War. For many in China and South Korea, the shrine is not a place of peaceful remembrance. It's seen as a symbol of Japan's past imperial aggression. Critics argue that when high-ranking Japanese officials visit the site, it signifies a lack of remorse for wartime atrocities and an attempt to rewrite historical facts. So why did Prime Minister Takaichi stay away this time? Political analysts point to a strategic effort to manage fragile regional diplomacy. While the Prime Minister herself is known for a hawkish stance on national security, she faces the reality that visits to Yasukuni are viewed by neighbouring nations as a provocation. By skipping the visit, she appeared to prioritise maintaining a stable relationship with Seoul and Beijing, especially as her administration pushes to strengthen Japan's military capabilities. However, this was far from a total boycott. While the Prime Minister stayed away, several of her cabinet ministers, including the Defence Minister and dozens of lawmakers, still made the trip. This created a split response. It perhaps allowed the government to appease its conservative base, who view the visits as a patriotic duty, while the Prime Minister maintained a level of diplomatic distance. Predictably, the reaction was swift. China lodged a formal protest accusing the Japanese politicians of attempting to cover up war crimes and distort history. The relationship between China and Japan remains heavily strained by World War II atrocities, as events like the Nanjing massacre left deep historical trauma in China. Beijing frequently accuses Tokyo of failing to adequately atone for its wartime aggression. While official diplomatic apologies have been issued over the decades, conflicting domestic narratives in Japan and persistent nationalistic rhetoric on both sides continue to prevent full historical reconciliation. From the South Koreans, leadership emphasised the need for pragmatic diplomacy, signalling that while they're closely watching these moves, they're also seeking cooperation on modern economic and security interests. For Prime Minister Takaichi, it's a narrow path. She must appeal to a right-wing domestic audience that honours the war dead, while avoiding a total diplomatic breakdown with allies and neighbours alike. So as Japan reflects on its past, the Yasukuni Shrine remains a powerful reminder that for Tokyo, history is not just in the past, it's part of a vital present-day geopolitics. Stay tuned on NewsX World for more explainers like this one and further analysis.